Hi guys, Ben here, and welcome to the first day of our trip. We are going to Chile, which is a country in South America, and we're going to be there for 5 months, and I'm going to be vlogging our trip there, because it's not fun in any way. So I'll see you at the next step. So we're at the hotel now, and we got a room on the ground floor for once, and it's right next to the pool, which is indoor and heated. You can't really see. And I'm here with Joey and soon to be Jesse, and we're out here in the workout room, and we're gonna be going swimming soon, and that's about it. So yeah.
My toe!
So there's the apartment.
What's good, yup?
There's Joey.
Has my phone been on this whole time? No.
Probably. Is it? No. Okay. That's good. 6:30 or so in the morning. Day 2 of our trip. There's the pool. There's already someone in the hot tub. No one slept well except for my dad. Yeah, so we're headed to the bus station in 10 minutes to take a bus down to Boston. So that's the next step. 6:30 or so in the morning. Day 2 of our trip. There's the pool. There's already someone in the hot tub. No one slept well except for my dad. Yeah, so we're headed to the bus station in 10 minutes to take a bus down to Boston. So that's the next step. Now at the train station, and just checking in our baggage and getting ready to get on the bus. About to go through baggage check. We are now in the gate. There's an airplane. There's the view from my window. was actually a pretty eventful or uneventful trip. Now we sit here for 3 hours, and then we get on a plane and sit for 12 more hours. Jesse is, as you can tell, sitting with perfect posture and has organized all of his stuff perfectly neatly. Use Jesse as an example for when you travel. So we're finally here, Chilean Airport. Took a while. It was an 8 hours and 35 minutes trip. Oh boy. There's the airport. Finally free. At least for now. And there is the view from our backyard. And it's a little bit cloudier than normal because it's still spring here. It's still spring here. I mean, some people are still in school, I think.
No.
Or they just got out or something.
Yeah, they just get finals was like 5 days ago.
It's usually a lot clearer. Not to say this isn't pretty clear for Chile. But yeah. There's our dying papaya tree. It's only ever produced about 12 papayas in its whole time that we've had it. Yeah. It's probably gonna be like 80 degrees or 90 degrees here by noon. Suck on that, people in Maine. Here's my cactus, who is a very young cactus. And for reference, there's my hand. Very small. And also very cute. Alright. That was. I do that trip every year, twice a year, with only 1 or 2 exceptions that I can think of. And it's not easy, and it's not exactly fun, but it's something that not a lot of people get to see, and so I'm very grateful for that. And I'm glad I could share that with you guys on this trip for the first time. I just wanted to say there are a few things that you don't really capture with a camera. I know I got a lot of footage of the first plane trip and also the final car ride to here from the airport. And there are reasons for that. The main reason there was so much footage of the first airplane ride and so little of the second is the first airplane ride I got a window seat, which doesn't happen a lot. And when it does, I love to look out the window, because when you take an airplane, the scenery is always different out the window, and that's really cool. Even if you're flying the same route, it just never looks the same twice. And I just thought, this is a perfect opportunity to share that. Unfortunately, on a camera, it doesn't really come out. You don't get the sense of scale. And so I just thought I'd put that a little bit into perspective for you. So yeah, there are a few clips that I wanna go over and show you guys just what the actual scale of what you saw is. Also, by the way, I'm aware that my voice sounds hoarse and I'm kind of going off on rabbit trails and rubbing my nose a lot. I'm the equivalent of very sick right now. I'm not sick, I'm just really worn down. You never get used to this kind of trip. It's just super harrowing because you never really know if you're gonna get through or not. So you'll have to pardon my voice and whatever else ramblings I do. I'll try to keep that to a minimum. So I'm just gonna get right to the pictures. Or not pictures, but videos. And the first clip I really want to talk about is right here. If you really look at it, you see 1,000 tiny white dots. And you kind of get the feeling that those are houses, but you never really understand the scale of how big those houses are. That's just basically each one of those are good-sized houses. They're, the suburban home, and they're tiny. They're like pinheads on that map that's painted out before you, and it's so hard to really visualize and to realize. I only really even know this myself because I got to see them while taking off, but those are full-sized family-sized houses with a backyard, a front yard, a garage, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. And they're not small, but they're minuscule from that high up. And there's another picture that really well illustrates that as well, and it's this one. And these houses are even smaller. They're not quite as big as the previous ones, but because they're on that's in a city block. I think it was over New York, or maybe it was Long Island, somewhere around that area. It was a big city. Those were city blocks though, and they look this big. It's so amazing. You kind of wonder what it must feel like to be a pilot of a plane and be able to look down, literally look down on humanity every day for your job. And I mean, I think that's so cool. I wouldn't want to be a pilot myself because that's a lot of thinking, but I think it's a really amazing experience. And if it weren't so taxing mentally and physically, I would love to do it more often. Yeah, that's one of the things. The other thing is this picture. This is in Florida now. We're about to land in Florida, and those squares of water are they're, well, not just squares, but they're literally that. They're, you know, rectangle-ish shapes cut into the ground. I assume they're man-made and filled with water, and they were all different colors. They were all sorts of different shades of blue and blue-green and aquamarine and all that. And it's even harder to gauge size with that because there wasn't much around them. But there were boats in one of them, and I don't remember if there was any. I don't think I got any in the video, but I saw basically a 30-foot trolling boat in those waters, and it was smaller than a toy car to me. And I was losing altitude then. We were going down for landing, and it's just so hard to put into perspective how big everything you see from that high up is until you've got the scale right. And actually, you've probably heard of the Everglades in Florida, and this video was a passing video I got of the edge of the Everglades, and I got to see them just the edge, but they went on for so I couldn't even see the end. They're massive, but they seem tiny, and I feel like this is the reason I want to say this is that everything feels so insignificant when you're up really high, but it's not. It's just insignificant to you because you're so far away that your vision is changed and it's not right. And that's important because people do that all the time in more ways than one. And I know I'm waxing philosophical here, so I'm gonna end that up. But I just thought it was a cool thing that came to mind, and I thought I'd share it at the end of this video. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna probably go to the gym later and try and work out and wake myself up. then I'm gonna go to sleep. But there will be new videos coming up later this week, if not next week, depending on when I can find time to record them. So look forward to those. But until then, I'll see you all later.